Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to use these cranks, but I already own them and a real set of FauxDev. So what the heck? Let's give them a run before putting the Goldix on the China mullet. I mean, let's take a look at them again. Yeah, they're nice and shiny and look cool, but looks are stolen from FauxDev. All right, here's our box direct from China. Take it out. We got our fake FauxDev chain ring. 36 tooth. 36 tooth on 165s. Not a chance. Probably won't be using this. All right, packaging, and there we go. Here they are again. Oh yeah, hey, look, they look so nice, right? I mean, you know, they got that fake FauxDev look, right? But they're shiny, kind of like FauxDevs used to be. You used to be able to get them like plated, but that would rub off. So, you know, that's like brushed or black or different colors now. Again, right there. So looks a little different, right? I mean, I think this is what's going to give it a big problem. I'm not sure that's going to get really on there tight enough, and it's not really tapered all that much. It looks like there's just a little bit right there, but not much. I mean, take a close look at the spindle here. It's kind of weird. It's not square taper or anything else you might recognize. Spindle size is a bit different too. It's not SRAM size, so we're going to see if it fits in a Shimano bottom bracket. I got a couple bottom brackets around. We'll chuck them in there. So the crank arms are 165, and I'm not going to use that 36 tooth that came with these things. No way, not with 165. Let me see what the real FauxDev chain ring I have over here is. We got a 32 tooth here. That's probably fine. I can probably get away with 32 tooth. I don't feel like taking the oval off of the real FauxDev to use it, so we'll slap this on. We'll have a little FauxDev FauxDev going on there. That ought to melt some brains. Let's take a look again. You can see this is what the real one looks like. You see that? This is what the fake one looks like. You know, they throw that on there. Look at that. Aviation aluminum. Ooh. Doesn't say it on the real one, but you know. There they are. I gotta tell you, this thing's pretty freaking heavy too, so crazy. All right, so here's the deal. I got these already. I already bought a real set of FauxDev, so I don't feel so bad about using these because I'm not gonna use them for long. I'm gonna take off the Diori crankset that's on the mullet right now, and then we're going to throw these on, and then as soon as I ride these and form a little opinion on them, get you guys some video, these suckers are coming off and they're going to sit on that wall back there, and I'm going to put the Goldix on the mullet. You know what, I love the Goldix. I think they're sweet little cranks, and they were like what, 35 bucks, so they're definitely going on that because I like the 165. I'm not running this. I can't. I feel bad. I feel dirty. Anyway, let's get off the Diori crankset, and then we'll slap this guy on and we'll see how it works. Now first we gotta get off this little dust cap thing that they use in there. See that right there? Now the park tool comes on the other side. Look at that. It comes with a little tool, little plastic thing. It fits right in there, and you put that in there, and then you spin that. You spin this guy around right here, and that takes that off, which is pretty nice. So, and I've seen like separate tools to do this, so it's great that this thing has just got it built in there. Alright, here's the Shimano. It's a Diori. You can see that spindle's 23.9-ish, probably 23.7 if I was doing this with two hands. Now let's check the FauxDevs. Here we go. Yeah, in there. Look at that. So it should go in here. It should go. Now I started getting it in there, and it's a little tight. I was a little worried. It's like, oh crap, is it gonna get stuck? So then I measured it. Should have measured it first. But anyway, now we get the persuader. We're gonna pop this sucker on there. We can use the Shimano bottom bracket. All right, a couple taps, and we got it in there. Oh, let's see, how does it turn? Hey, look, it turns. Try a little dry fit. We got one spacer in there. Let's pop this guy in there. Yeah, it just goes right in. You know what? I'm like bottoming out. You see that? I'm already in there. That's already flush in there. There is like no taper. There's no taper on this. So this is just going to be held together by the force of the bolt. Right, now look at this. Do you see this? This is not the bottom bracket moving. This is just the crank arm moving on that spindle. So once I start putting this on there and I'm cranking this guy on there, this is not gonna like pull it tight with the with a tapered spindle. You know, like a square taper. Square taper, you get it on there and you crank that sucker on there, and what it does is, because it starts off skinny and then it gets fat, it pulls it on there and it makes it tight, like a nice tight friction fit. There's nothing. This is only being held on by this bolt, which has got like some nanometer ratings on it. It's got some torque settings, which, if you didn't know, this is a square taper bottom bracket. So that, look, it's square. Focus. Anyway, let me get the drive side on. First, I gotta put on the chainring. We'll get that on there. We'll slap it on and we'll see what the hell we're gonna do. Check it out. So here's the FauxDev with the 5Dev on it. The real 5Dev. FauxDev. It's a combo. You know, I think it still makes it shit, but you know, it's very blingy, right? The blue and the shiny. Would this confuse people on the trail if you're riding by and they just saw it quickly? They were probably like, damn, look at that 5Dev. And you'd be like, yeah, man, that's 5Dev. I mean, this part is. All right, well, I got it on there. Let's see, we got the drive side. I mean, again, it looks nice, right? But it's FauxDev. Here's the bolt that goes on that spindle. You know I'm gonna grease this. There's no way in hell I want this season on there. In case you're wondering which grease I use a Wolf Tooth. It's WTG, Precision Bike Grease. Synthetic, blah, blah, blah. So I don't like the grease in a squeezy tube because I feel like I'm always, squeezing it out. Oh, it's too much, there's not enough. This one, it's nice, it's red, so you know where you put it. You just give it a little swipe in there, you put it on, you goop it on there, and then you can, just wipe the rest back in there. So there's like enough in here for like, I don't know, a lifetime of bikes for an average Joe like me. Anyway, it's good grease. Been using it for a while. I have no complaints. All right, I got them on, so now you know what I need to do next. I need to head out to the trail and give them a ride. I don't know what to expect. Well, I mean, I kind of do. I think they're going to creak. All right, let's talk about this sad state of affairs. So I'm getting ready to ride the China to give these FauxDev a test, and I'm gonna give it a quick little run around the block, make sure the gearing is right, and a little off because the offset's a little different. So I fix that, and then I go and I'm gonna give it another test run. So I get on the bike and I'm going down the street, feeling this play in the cranks. It's like, oh, what the hell is that? This reminds me of a square taper when it was a little loose, right? Well, bring it back in the garage, take a look, and let me show you. Hold on. It's not perfect because, I'm using one hand. Got a clamp on the other side, and you can see that? There's play in it. Between the sides, there's play in it. So I go to tighten it up, right? And this is one of the things you gotta watch out for, which, an off-brand or a copycat. See? You see this? See that? 40, right? Believe it or not, I took out the torque wrench because I didn't want to screw this up, right? So I'm tightening this sucker up before I even got to 40. Oh, look. Oh. Stripped. So, as I feared with the spindle, there's play in it. Right there, you see that? Clamp is holding the other side, and we got this going on. So yeah, the bolt broke in the spindle. I was trying to get the play out of it, and it just wouldn't. So I got out my torque wrench, I torqued it up, and before I got to 40, right before I got the 40 Newton, Newton meters, I don't know, Newton whatever. So you can see that it says 40 there. Before I even hit that, it snapped. So there's not enough taper on this. Now, before I said there wasn't a taper, there's a slight taper. So let's get all the way down to the end. All right, 21.0, and we get right there at the back, we got 21.6. Okay, so there is a little bit of taper there. What, you know where the problem is? See that in there? Yeah, it's too loose. So even when you torque this sucker all the way down, it doesn't pull tight, like with the square taper. It's just the cranks are just crap. They look great, but when you put them on, you're like, hey, what's going on? It is a little sloppy. And then you tighten up that bolt and then snap. I don't know, maybe yours aren't gonna snap. Mine did, and they're crap. So here we go. There's, hey, oh, is that FauxDev? Oh, look, it says FauxDev. No, it's FauxDev, and it's crap. Well, there's our sad end to the FauxDev story. While they look kind of like FauxDev, they look kind of nice. The bolts that come with it are crap. The spindle that comes with it is crap. They're not tapered. The crank arms, they just don't lock on tight. So there's play in it. You go to tighten that bolt up, that bolt head just rips right off. So here we are, Saturday morning. It's early. I just want to go out for a ride. You know what? I'm still going to do that. I'm just not going to ride this one with the FauxDev on it. So I'll see you out on the trail.